Hey, what's poppin', YouTubers? What's going on? You see, finest host about Mike. Man, I'm tired, man. Been doing a lot of shit. Woo, a lot. Like I said, last Thursday I picked up 20 bags of comics. Some had about 8. Some probably had like 10 to 15 books. I think it was like 1 or 2 bags out of the 20 that were $4.99, and everything else is basically $3.99, which is still a lot better than it was over a year ago when this other lady was doing it. But the girl they got now, I don't want to go into those details. But anyway, it's still pretty cheap compared to what a lot of thrift shops charge per book and whatnot. So, and I got like 2 bags with 2 different variations of like baseball cards as well. So all that I think cost me around 160 with taxes and everything. Um, a lot of the books I took downstairs already. I looked everything up. Nothing was really like written in stone crazy. But let me show you guys. Oh, I should just show this while I'm. Nah, I like doing things a certain way. So these books here are the mass majority of the books that were in those 20 bags. So you figure, let's say 18. Let me see what 18 times. That would make more sense, right? Let's see. So that's 71.82. And then 2 times 4.99. Wait, I fucked up something. Okay, I got a plus 2 times 4.99. So that would be 81.8. So $81.80 is what I paid for the 8 bags. That's not including taxes. $80, I say the taxes like another $9, right? Maybe $9 plus 9. Let's say 9. No, that's not accurate. Taxes gotta be higher than that because the 1 bag of what's it called was $12.99, right? That's 103. Then the other one was like that doesn't matter. I'm going too deep into it. But anyhow, these are the books that I took out. This one I don't remember if I found. I didn't find this one. Spider-Man Marvel Adventures #1. I didn't find this one. So, still on the fence about that because I really don't like the new books like that, even though it's a #1. But if it's like a $10, $15 book, I'll keep it. Then here we got Avengers number 329. This is actually a $10+ book. I think it's a key issue, so I'm gonna look at that one again. This one I'm keeping just because I do remember this. It was like in the 80s. This the Superboy TV series. So I do remember that. So that's actually just a keeper just because it's a #1. This Spider-Man Wanted, I gotta look at this one again because I didn't write on the back of it. So I gotta look this one up again. Well, there's a nice cover art, but I want to look more into that. Then you got the Spider-Man number 52. I don't know why I kept this, but I'll probably look at this again. This is actually an expensive book. Superman number 53. A lot of people call it Stars and Stripes and whatnot. It's actually not a bad book. So I'll probably look at this one again. This is actually a $10+ book. Oh, it's a key. The first JSA gold foil. So it's $15, $14 on this one. So then this Hanna-Barbera book is actually like a $15 book, believe it or not. 15 to 25 for this one book. It's crazy. Then we got Avengers number 343. This is a first appearance of the I think the new Kingsman, $10 book. Whoa. Okay. If I didn't just fuck that up. Then we got Neymar. This one is not really expensive, so I might just put this with the other books anyway. I might look it up just one more time just to be on the safe side. This book is actually a $10 book. Superman's Pile, Jimmy Olsen, number 83. It is a bronze book. Same thing for 95. I think this is also $10. Then this one I'm keeping. I mean, it's Beat the Shit. Number 233, 25-cent Giant Batman. It's an $8 book in this condition, but that's a keeper. Then we got the Invincible Iron Man, number 28. This book is beat to shit, but I like the artwork. And believe it or not, first appearance of Howard Stark. So that's a keeper, even though it's beat up. And we got Hulk number 133. Braxton appearance. Number 15. I don't know why these fucking books are just falling right out my hand now. Everything wants to fall out my fucking hand. And we got this X-Men. I collect these, so that's self-explanatory. Plus, this book in this condition is like $24. Then we got X-Men number 59. And this is a key issue. Cameo appearance of Dr. Carl Likes. King size special X-Men number 2, The Strangest Teens of All. It's like a $15 book in this condition. And we got X-Men number 70, and yes, these were in those bags. That's what I meant to tell you guys. This is a $20 book. So these books here were actually in that bag. Let me put these here because I like to roll back when I get out my chair and I don't want to rip those up. So these are the books I got from the market on Saturday. So we have Tales of Suspense featuring Iron Man and Captain America, number 95. If a Man Be Stoned, $10 book. Daredevil number 73, $15 book in this condition. I don't collect Daredevil, it's not really a key issue, so it's not for me. Then we got number 41, Conan the Barbarian, $10 book. Key issues I keep, if not for me. Then we got Superboy number 74, $8 book in this condition. And we got Action Comics number 442, $8 on that. I might just keep this anyway, just because it is an older book. Some books I just keep because it's old. Then we got The World's Finest number 214, $10 book. And we got this one. I forgot why I kept this one, but I think it's like a $10 or $15 book, so I'm gonna look again. Put that over here. The Invaders number 1, it's a number 1, and I think it's a $10 book or something like that. So let me put that here and look it up again. Then we got Conan the Barbarian number 268. Look this one up one more time. So I'll figure out exactly what I'm gonna keep. I'll put these this way so that way I know where the cutoff is on that. So as far as books go, I mean, do I think it's worth me paying that $160? You got to figure I should be able to get back at least half to more than half that just on those 2 bags of baseball cards if somebody buy them all. I might just do both bags for like $40 or $50, which will shave off. I don't know. So you got that crap. So now moving on, yeah, so I did show you those from Saturday. And moving on past that, I forgot where I had this guy at, but I was looking for this for a while. I mean, it's nothing really to cry home about, but it is a 1/6 scale Indiana Jones. I may try to use the boots and or the pants, or I might just use all of this kind of as a, kind of like a whatchamacallit, to maybe buy one and then make my own Indiana Jones, because this is kind of This jacket, this pleather is flaking along with the hat as well. So that if I come across too much trouble, I might just sell it as is and just either make a new one or don't. And again, I can't stress how much I like this fucking this thing is. When you say heavy, it's like having a nice size 357 in your hand. I mean, this thing feels like when you think of the Terminator in T2, and you think of like T3 when the firefighters are trying to pick up his body before he came to, and they looked at him crazy like what the fuck at that site. I mean, this thing is heavy. I mean, it is really nice quality suit. And I mean, this thing it looks like Arnold. I mean, the portrait is crazy, almost like Hot Toys. I know detail, and I kit bash, and I know fine toys and whatnot. And believe me, this fucking thing is better than Hot Toys' T2. Let's put it that way, way better. Just a really, really nice body on that, and very, very heavy. So now moving on to Friday. I'm going back a day. Because Friday I went and I made a deal with Dave, who owns the Antique Collector. No. Is it Antique Collectible Mall in the Livingston Mall? But whatever. I always get the names mixed up. But I got this. We made a deal and I got this stuff from him. This was $10. It's not desirable. It's like one of those later crusty, crappy ass like helicopters from G.I. Joe and Cobra. Kind of shitty, but it's part of the collection, man. So what are you gonna do? That was $10. And this guy here, same thing. I think he's from Spy Troops or something. Kind of crappy, but I believe it is complete. And it was also $10. I mean, it's not like the G.I. Joes that everybody liked. That's why. This one was expensive. The boxes beat the shit too. I might try to keep them on box. This is the Commando team: Snake Eyes, Lady J, and Storm Shadow. He had a price at $100, even though the box is beat up. But I might just try to hang it somewhere because I got other stuff too. But I have to check off this with some other G.I. Joes in my books to make sure I have them. So when I do go hunting for G.I. Joes deliberately and stuff at a convention or a show or whatever, I would know what I have and I can stop, paying extra money for shit that I already have, unless it's like an army builder. So let me take these tags off of these. But yeah, man, it is what it is. So I normally would have never got into this crappy ass G.I. Joe line. I think this is from Spy Troops though. I mean, and this one is even worse because it doesn't even have O-rings. It's just a shitty ass figure. I mean, it is a shitty ass figure, but this type of stuff I would just put downstairs and I would just whatever. But I needed it anyway, so my original plan was not to collect these. My original plan was just to collect all from 82 to like 06, and only collect the O-ring ones, and only the O-ring ones that look like the old ones. Not the ones with the stupid rivets and the long doofy looking arms and the extra short, like they just look like they brolic and shit. But fuck it, you get stuff and you get it cheap enough while you have the money, you might as well just go for it all, man. Like they say, go big or go home, right? So it is what it is at this point. So I'm very indecisive, and I do, like I said, I do wander off the beaten path plenty of times. So I'm not ashamed of that. At the end of the day, I am who I am, but I am a human being at the same time. All right, so moving on to Saturday at Royal Collectibles. So I had to go and do some deals with my boy Uswe, who the Panamanian homie out of Bushwick, Brooklyn. So we made our deal, a deal that was a continuation of, I think, Thursday or Wednesday, and we took care of that, and then from there I had time, so I went to the Aqueduct Flea Market in Brooklyn over there in right off of Stanley and Fountain Avenue in East New York, Brooklyn. And I didn't find anything. Spoke to a couple of guys I know, but then I met up with Dumas, which is Uswe's brother, to grab at something. And then from there, I was like, you know what? I took the Jackie Robinson and I went to Metropolitan and Selfridge, which is in Queens, and I went to Mike and Chuck's at Royal Collectibles, and I got some stuff from them too once I figured out where the hell I put it. I didn't get much. I was gonna buy some CGC books because they had they had like comic boxes full of CGC books. Let me put this here for now. I hear my dog coming up. What is he doing? What are you doing? I can hear you, Spike. This dog think he's slick. Like I can't hear his big ass. Spike. Hey. I can hear you. I can hear him breathing. I can hear him at the landing. This nigga think he's slick. Like, so I got these. I didn't get much from Mike and Mike. I did get this stretcher. It says missing flare gun. But I do know I need 1 or 2 parts out of here to complete mine. So paying $20 for some parts that's going to cost me more than $20 anyway, it just made more sense. So I did pick him up. And then I picked up this. I wasn't too sure if I had it or not. It's from 1997, Cobra Viper Complete. And, you know, you can see that tag right there on it. That's, you know, Royal Collectibles tag. It's, there you go. With the phone number on it. It's in green. Maybe you can't really see it, but they have 40 on this one. Says complete. I'm not too sure if that's the gun that comes with him, but I'll look it up and see. So I got that, and then I got this. $250 for these. As you can see here. Of course, they made a mistake because Outback is from 1987. But, you know, these are them. So I'm going to show you guys these. I didn't pay $250, but I didn't pay far away from it neither. Why did I get it? I had the money and fuck it, right? And if you look at it, some of these file cards are worth for like $15 to $30, depending on the one. I mean, hell, prime example from the back, Outback. So here we got Beachhead. He's easily a $20, $25. He's easily, in this condition, about a $20+ file card all day. Dial Tone, maybe about $5 less than him. Sci-Fi, about the same as Dial Tone. Cobra Bat, probably a $30+ file card. And look at the condition of these. Xandar, probably about 5 or so under the Bat. He's probably about a 15 to 20, 15+. And all these in good condition. Then you got Quick Kick. He's about a 15+. Low Light, a little more. Monkey Wrench and Zurana. Zurana is probably a $20+ card, maybe more than that. So I'm gonna put the Dreadnoks with the Dreadnoks. Where are you? You should be. You know, these cards are in immaculate condition, man. They are like in great condition. Great condition. Viper, he's easily, look at this discount, $2.97. Who would not want to walk up in a place and see that tag and not buy these? $2, $3. You could buy a fucking bottle of water for that right now. That's crazy. Bottle of water nowadays costs more than a fucking G.I. Joe Cobra Viper. Can you imagine that? Lifeline. He's probably $10 or so because it's crappy. Now it's funny because ironically I'm gonna show you some other shit that I got today from somebody I know. I'm not gonna mention his name or where because I want nobody to see this video, then tell somebody else and then that person get mad that he didn't sell it to them or whatever. So I'm gonna keep it. He knows who he is. But Crystal Ball. Televiper. Crocmaster is not a 85. And some of these guys, some of their I just realized some of the file cards are actually unpunched. And I think he's 87. He's not 86. He's probably 87 or he is 86. Holy shit. Shut my mouth. Tunnel Rat. This would be dope to have signed by that was what it is. That's why I kept that book. Now I just remembered that. It's here somewhere. Hold on. I think it's this one. Invaders #1. One of these books. No, it might not be that. I think it's this one, I think. I think this is like Harry Lama did this one. He did one of these. I gotta look back again, but I would like to get this signed by Harry Lama. That's why I kept that over here. That, and also to get this Tunnel Rat file card signed by Harry Lama, by Larry Hama. I always say Harry Lama. Oh my God, I'm all over the place. And then you got Psych Out. I mean, these cards are immaculate. So can you imagine? I mean, I'm pretty sure he had these figures at one time, and who knows? Maybe he didn't, because if he did, he probably would have kept them with the things. Armored Cobra Commander, my dear Commander. Crazy Legs, Death Throw. I'm terrible at saying. I'm terrible at trying to retreat. Death Throw. Lieutenant Falcon. Fast Draws in 87. He's not 86. No, that can't be right. Oh, it can't be. It says 86, but it can't be. He's got to be like 87. No fucking way. Law and Order. Sneak Peek. Jinx. And then last but not least, my favorite G.I. Joe of all time. I'm the greatest of all time, baby. Outback. So yeah, man, all these cards, great condition. And I got the guys for these, and I believe almost every figure I have here is complete. So can you imagine having the file cards for them and they're complete? Hell yeah. So I am going to put these back in here because I want to keep them in pretty good condition. I mean, they only go into my weapons Foot Locker anyway, but still in all, just say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, yeah, to that. And I was on the phone with Fam Eric before, because I was gonna start preparing to do my video before Fam Eric called me. So some people might say, what does Fam Eric or Fam Alex means? That means they're like new family members. They're people that I consider family. And so instead of saying Family Eric or whatever, I like to justify, especially considering that, I ain't gonna say that other Eric, but you guys probably know where I'm going with it if you guys know the history of that. All right, so excuse me. So outside of that, I do have some stuff downstairs that I had to clean. I had to clean all this stuff. So I do have a hammer downstairs that's not complete, but mostly is. So it'll still be worth a couple of bucks because it's hard to get it with a lot of the pieces to it, including the steering wheel. Then I have a Demolisher, which has some broken parts on it. Then I have the G.I. Joe Patriot, I believe. That's missing some missiles to complete that. Skyhawk, I think that's mainly complete. The Cobra Fangs just missing the little red roll cage that goes in the back, but all mine is missing that. All the ones I have, all my original Cobra Fangs, they all have that piece missing. That's why that piece is so expensive, because it's one of the most elusive pieces out of that whole thing. You figured it'd be one of the 4 missiles or that little bomb, but no, it's gotta be a little fucking red roll cage shit that goes in the back of the engine. That's like the most ridiculous expensive part for that Cobra Fang. Then of course I got another sort of Warthog. I think very few pieces is missing on that. I think from now on, I learned a lesson that I'm gonna start keeping because I sold a lot of my GI Joe weapons and stuff to Jerry's Mat a while ago, and I should have kept a lot of the shit because if I did, I probably would have completed some of the vehicles I got Sunday. Some of you guys watching this video was there, so you guys know like Star Wars Mike and Dino Dan. I like saying Dino Dan because you know Dan collects probably one of the most expensive and elusive, hard to find collections outside of Battle Beast, which is Dino Riders. His collection is immaculate, and it shows envy because I always liked Dino Riders. I just never got into them, and they were a toy line that it is very difficult to get into without spending or breaking a crazy bank to try to get. On top of that, but he was there as well. A couple, along with some other guys. I'm not gonna mention his name or who he is and what I paid for the stuff because, like I said, when it comes to people I know and stuff, I don't really like saying that anymore because I've had issues where people say, "Yo, somebody told me they saw your video and they so yo, man, please stop letting people know what I gave you prices for and X Y Z this and that." So I agreed to that. So now I just really don't do that. I didn't think there was an issue with it, but I do understand some people just don't like because you cool with them and they cool with others. They just don't like people knowing that they gave you a better deal than others because some people feel a certain way about it. It's just crazy. But I get it. So now I just don't. So let me go into what I don't remember what's what from what. But the G.I. Joe lady, I think I did show you guys in the other video that I got some stuff from her. I got that Thanos. That was an easy 20 from her, which means that she wasn't going no cheaper than she was not budging on that. So I brought it. Then the 6 or 7 Carter G.I. Joes I got from her as well. I didn't even look them up. I don't even know what they go for, but I paid her for the stuff. She needed it, and it helped pay for her. Everything I brought from her helped pay for her spot, so that was important. Plus, you gotta keep people on the hook. You want them to keep bringing stuff for you, so that way they know you're gonna buy it. And if you don't buy it, they're okay with it. But 9 out of 10, if it's open every Sunday and she comes every Sunday with something, there's a good chance she know I might buy. So that's why you got to keep them biting on that hook, man. And the fact that she don't have to hold shit for me, so that's pretty dope too. So outside of that, let me see. I got G.I. Joe's right in front of me. I'm just trying to figure out what's what. All right, this dude, I don't remember where the hell I got him from. I got him from somewhere, but it's been so far-fetched from where I don't remember what bag he came out of, but I'm pretty confident I probably need the Snake Eyes. I may actually have him carded already. I'm not really too sure, but whatever. He's here. So you got him. Let's see if I can focus. He's like a light gray with silver, purple, and black. Really, really dope figure, though. I mean, it's not a bad figure for... because, I never really liked these guys. But they do have a little bit better articulation than your regular G.I. Joes from the 82 to 94 line. Because now looking at him, like, their wrist and hand swivel. And they even have a ankle pivot, which is pretty dope. So I guess this is... I guess the 25th anniversary took a page from this and stuff like that. And whatever, it doesn't matter. Eddie did try to get me into these before, and it was a joke. It's a joke we got. Oh, nah, you two. He's conceited. You're too good for these figures. And I always did think some of them were dope, but I was trying to be like my boy Dave and be like, nah, I just want 82 to 94. But getting these things for so cheap, so fast, and everything, it just made at that point it just made sense to just say fuck it and just get them. All right, now moving on to these other ones. I think these guys, I know this one I didn't. Now I've been had him. So this is the driver to that one vehicle with his helmet. I did take him out and wipe him down because he did smell. I mean, a lot of that GI Joe shit yesterday smelled. It smelled something awful. No, it doesn't. A lot of this stuff was disgusting. I mean, I clean everything anyway. I wipe everything down, whether I get it thrifting, I get it from another anywhere. I wipe, even if I buy it from a toy store, I wipe everything down. Everything gets wiped down with a Lysol wipe or Clorox. I mean, I keep these things. I got fucking. I think I'm down to half a box left. Just like when I'm out and about, I taught my wife not to be funny, not to say she doesn't have good or great hygiene, because she does, but it's just better now since she met me. Same thing with my daughter and my sons. I always taught my sons cup water. I used to always tell them cup water when you're using a urinal or whatever. Always wipe yourself with water. That way you don't stain your underwear and your friend isn't pissy. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. I always taught my kids perfect hygiene. My daughter as well as my sons and my wife. Again, she had a good hygiene. She knew how to wash herself. But I always taught them, you always it's better to be hygienic. Always walk around with wipes on you at all times. Like if you're out and about at the flea market and you use the outside porta potties, there's nothing to wipe your hands or whatever. Somebody, a lot of people go in there and come out not washing their hands or whatever, so you got germs on you. So you need to wipe your fingers and hands, because what if you go to drink a water or pick up a piece of fruit or corn or something? It's disgusting. You'd be surprised how many people don't wash their hands going in or out. Is just fucking disgusting. But anyhow, he was in that vehicle. These two, I don't know where the hell these two guys came from. I think they're Sky Patrol. Why did I pick both of them up? Because they were decent. Now, I did get all this stuff from this dude yesterday, including that Terminator figure that I can't stop bragging about or talking about. I mean, this thing is fucking beautiful, man. I mean, this thing, I love this thing. It is fucking beyond sexy, man. Look at that shit. And it's heavy, yo. I mean, this thing makes Hot Toy look like what Sideshow. Fuck that. This looks like. This makes the Hot Toys versions of the T2s look like the 1/6 scale Dragon figures to today. Like, this thing is fucking phenomenal. Like, I can't, and I love Fison. For those who may not know what Fison is a 112 company that does. A 1/6 scale company that does seamless figures. Like a lot of the men and female Kit Bash bodies are, how you could say, atomically correct. I guess that's the best way to use it. He thinks he's Japanese. He just wants to bow. Oh, Deo-san. Oh. But you got these two guys. I picked these up and whatever. I know I have these guys, so I'm gonna put you pricks over here. And this guy is somebody I don't have, so I did pick him up. I had to look him up on my phone to make sure he was G.I. Joe, because I've never seen this guy before. No bullshit. Like I said, I was never really into the 97 through 06 figures, when this is still considered part of the original G.I. Joe Real American Hero line, because everybody think ARA or ARAH, Real American Hero, they think of 82 to 94. I can contest that because I was one of them. But he is actually a pretty dope looking figure. But if you see this, you would not think this is a G.I. Joe. Listen, you can't know everything, but you got some people that know G.I. Joe. It doesn't matter what year it is. You got some people that just collect some of the 90s, some of the 80s, certain years in the 80s, and certain vehicles, and that's it. They don't get into everything. I'm a completist when it comes to G.I. Joe. I'm trying to be a completist with everything here. I'm missing very few for the He-Man or the Motu. Like on the Motu stuff, I think I'm missing another like dinosaur, Wonder Bread He-Man, and maybe another figure or so. I'm not going into all the international pieces and all that shit unless I get them in a big bin. Somebody's got it. Only way I would go into that stuff is if somebody has it. Other than that, I won't. I really, really want to give my two spiders. Two of my spiders died. My baboon baby died, and it's still here too. That died, and so did my fucking bird eater. I don't know why, but whatever. I don't mean to cut off, but you know what? I do just want to go ahead and oh, this bitch got water in here. I mean, I did feed her ass the other day. Hope she don't kick no hairs at me. I ain't really in the mood to be dodging hairs and shit. That's her there. You guys can see her. Move around. And for the mean one. And it's funny too, because most curly hair tarantulas are like docile, but this one is a mean bitch. Not the one I just showed you. One I just showed you was a Mexican whatever, but this one here, she's a mean bitch. They look almost the same, but they're not. She grew a lot, but she could be a real mean bitch. She tried to bite me a couple of times. I can see she's actually being cool today. Let me just put some water. She likes to kick water and dirt up. Give her some water too. I'm sorry about that. It's just that, you know, gotta take care of my spiders, man. Make sure they're alright. So this way. Then I gotta take the carcasses out of the other two. I might just put them in like a little, I might take them out and put them in a thing and just keep it. You know what I mean? That's probably why I still have them here. You know, they don't have a smell to them, which is a good thing. But I do want to take both of them out and put them on something. Sad that they both died. I was really, really pissed off about that. But anyway, moving back to this guy. Sorry about that. But, you know, since I was already here and I had water, I gave him some of my water and shit. That way they stay hydrated. But, yeah. He's actually dope. I forgot his name already. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. Then this is a beachhead. I do think I have him already. Because I think I got him on card, but ain't going to hurt me to check. Of course, the Gyro Viper. Hiro, Gyro, whatever you want to pronounce it, whatever way you want to pronounce it. Only thing he does come with is the helmet. And yeah, so you got this guy here too. I love this rock and roll. Every time I see him, I gotta pick him up. I mean, I just love the color scheme to this one. I know I have him, but his color scheme is just fucking phenomenal. I mean, look how beautiful that color is. Every time I see this color, gotta pick him up. Hydro Viper, I think that's who he is. He's like one of the Cobra divers. Again, I do love not kit bashing, army builders. It's just my thing. And I believe I do need him too. Either I have him or need him. Either way you look at it, he's here. Of course, the Sarge doesn't have his hat, but he did come with the Warthog. The Warthog is probably missing 2 or 3 pieces to complete it. So, can't go wrong with him. And this guy here, he was actually in this vehicle I got from that same lady I was talking about earlier. When that pissed me off with the comic books. Oh, well, it's all the way over there. I'm not, whatever. The Battle Force 2000, that white jet thing. He was actually in that, and this is all she had. So I don't know if she had other G.I. Joe stuff and it got brought by somebody else or whatever, but this was left behind with him in it. And I don't know, maybe she didn't have, maybe somebody else didn't see it, because even though he is missing that little piece that goes for his eyes and his little gun, he is an expensive figure. He's like one of the air commandos. I think it's a Skymate or something like that. So, you know, still pretty dope. Then of course we got this Stalker, same as that Beachhead. I believe I may have him. There's a variant of him too. I only know that because the dude that I brought all this stuff from, he did tell me that, yeah, there are some color variants, and I was like, oh shit, because when I looked this one up, I did see where his chest is. He has some green highlights in there, and this one doesn't. So I don't think it rubbed off. I just think that maybe he's right. And then last but not least with that, we got this guy here. I may actually have him. I don't know if he's Duke or something like that, but I might actually have this one because I do remember him. If he's like this, that means I have this one or need him or something. I don't know. I believe that's it for those guys. Right? I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything because I have a habit of my videos be long and then I'm doing this and that and then I'm like, oh shit. Oh, see what I'm saying? So yeah, I did get this as well. I picked this up from a guy that I've purchased some stuff from before. Like he had a nice mask vehicle that I still needed, but you know, Hospital Matt picked it up. And I've been buying. I brought stuff off for him too. I had to clean the battery tray out of here. But I'm gonna use some acetone to it later on. I am missing a couple of these, the little gun tips. I need one for this one now, and then I need, I think, one or two for my other Mobats. This doesn't have G.I. Joes or no decals on it, but I took it anyway. It was $10 with the battery thing, but it had batteries in it, but I took it out. I had to clean it up real good and stuff, so yeah. That way I don't lose it. Then I brought these up here and cleaned these as well. Definitely wanted to clean these because they're foam and they can create bacteria and stuff. So the 3 of these guys as well for that Demolisher. The Demolisher is mainly a part piece, even though it has some of the clips and stuff on it, because the detonator handle is broken on it. And then this is mine, and I've been waiting for like almost 3 years now to complete this. And he did have a hammer, because that's what this is called, hammer. It is a little bit more yellow, but everything is basically in really, really good condition that he had. So it's a good thing I didn't buy parts. That's why sometimes you got to sit back and wait, because parts for this thing is not cheap. This is a very expensive vehicle alone, and if you do find parts for this thing online, they are expensive. Like normally, if you already got a lot of parts in this piece, then you might want to piece it out. But if you can find this for like $250, even $180 or $150 online, buy it, but read the description very, very carefully, because if you find this for under $200, there's a good chance that something's glued or something's wrong with it, or maybe somebody just don't give a shit. But you never know. But this thing was extremely hard for me to find, all complete, very. And now I did. I do have another one that has mostly a lot of the parts on it, that I got from him yesterday, but I now have a complete one for myself. And the reason why I'm saying that is because now I have this piece, which I'm gonna put here right now as we talk. If I don't break it, I'll be very careful, because last thing I want to do is snap this piece off. I mean, I have another one, but why risk it? So you gotta keep pushing it down so I can swivel it in, put the gun, and now I can mark this off, because it does have the very hard to find antenna as well. I mean, I could have been finished my G.I. Joe. I could have been finished my G.I. Joe collection if I just concentrated more on this stuff and not as much on other toy lines. But sometimes, you know, when you're, if I can get it in here, man, this thing don't wanna go and do it. And you gotta be very careful, because you don't want to snap anything, because like all the greener stuff on this thing is very, very brittle. So you want to be very, very careful. So we're gonna put the missiles in here. Cause I told Fam Eric, I talked to him after I put this stuff in. I just wanna. And this is like the third time since I have been collecting G.I. Joes that it was very hard to come across this thing. And for this vehicle, I mean, this vehicle is a hard vehicle to come across. And the tripod was in there as well. So I can put the tripod in here because that will make this thing complete. I want to put it down a little bit because I don't want to break it. Because this thing is very hard to slide open and close. And I don't want to break anything. Like the way they made this thing, it's not easy. It's not easy. They put the antenna in here. The antenna, I mean, there's a lot of parts here that are kind of hard to get or come across. And a lot of his stuff was broken. Where is probably downstairs. Put it somewhere. I just got to get to the bucket, the bin, what we call it. I mean, I am very excited just on getting this thing somewhat completed because this thing is not easy to complete. I know because it's extremely hard to find this damn thing. I just got to get the little which is downstairs, and now I can knock this thing off. So here's one vehicle finally finished, so I can just scratch this sumbitch right off, and that right there makes me very happy that I was able to complete that piece. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna go into here right now and do it. Vehicles needed. Vehicles I need. Parts. Dragon bolt. Hammer. There we go. So I don't need the tripod. I don't need nothing. That is fully complete now. That is nice to get rid of that. Alright, so I know that's out now, so I can take that in the other room. Outside of that, wait a minute. I feel like I'm missing something. I showed you guys all that stuff. Boom, boom, boom. Just want to make sure that's everything. That's everything so far. Okay. All right. So that is everything so far. Cause I got the Tomahawk, the Mamba. The Mamba's missing a couple of missiles or missiles, one bomber and a couple of missiles, and that'll be complete. The Warthog, I think is missing the antenna, if that. I think that's it, or maybe something else. The Tomahawk is missing a couple pieces. Of course, the blades is missing either 8 or 7 blades. Skyhawk is complete. The Fang's just missing the roll cage for the back of the engine. There's a couple of other vehicles the Demolisher's missing stuff, but it's really a body part. I mean, you know, whatever. You guys seen the other video. You guys seen these G.I. Joes, so let me put these G.I. Joes to the side and show you guys what I picked up today. It was promised to me over 3 years ago, and he's living up to his promise, so I'm very, very happy about that. And yeah, so he said, you know, Monday. So he put him in. He put him in the van. I mean, he put him in his vehicle and brought him. Oh, he has the missiles for the Fang. There's 4 of them. I can move them to the side. Okay. One always has to fall, right? And one of the Tomahawk missiles. Starsky and Hutch stick to clutch. Miami DC prefer Versace. Ford Torino. Who didn't want that damn car? I mean, almost every car from a movie everybody wanted back in the day. Now you look back and you're like, eh. But the Ford Torino still gives me goosebumps a little bit. Plus, who didn't like Starsky and Hutch? Rest in peace to my man Hutch. So this stuff here, I got it for a good deal. That's all I'm gonna say. And there's weapons and stuff as well. I was on my motorcycle, so straight from Motorcycle Mall, I went and took care of this. So let's. Maybe I should put this stuff in the G.I. Joe hat. That's what I should do. Put the stuff in the Joe hat. My son Harry Llama hat. You know what? I think every figure I have here, but I don't think this is gonna work. I should have used something else. But this individual did get all this stuff years ago in Treasure Island in Patterson. So it's a lot. All right. So we have Stalker. Where am I gonna put this shit? Actually, I'll just pile them up right here. I don't know when I'm gonna be doing a video, y'all, because I just don't know. We got here Laser Viper. Like I said, I do love. All these guys need new O-rings. I do love to army build. We got Topside. We got a Heat Viper. We got Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero wins. Fatality. I know there's a couple of Rock Vipers because I've seen other ones. Got a Rock Viper. We got General Hawk. They all need O-rings. Yeah, see, he busted off. I think that's Voltar or whatever his name is. And we got Voodoo. Oh, very good, Grasshopper. Another Rock Viper. Cobra! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. 9.5. Here's Voltar's legs. So that would be 10. Because I know his crotch is here. Then we got another Hydro Viper like the one I picked up yesterday. See how fate is? So that would be 11 figuras. We got Metalhead. That would be 12, I believe. Voltor's crotch. We got Ambush. I think that would be 12 or 13. He said it was like 25 figures. It's not 25 figures. Shit. We got, oh. We got Scoop. You cannot say this guy. If anybody ever seen him, or you see him in your local toy store or something, just take him out, ask the person to look at it, and tell me this guy don't look like fucking James Caan. God rest his soul. His son Scott Caan is in a lot of TV. He's on his son is on Scott Caan is on Hawaii Five-O, and he was also in Ocean's 12, I think. So I do want to call him and tell him that it's not that many. And that's why I mentioned Crystal Ball earlier. So I'm going to count them. Oh, here's another Rock Viper. This person like the Army build too. Battery I don't need. A lot of weapons. There's a wetsuit. Busted crotch. Oh wow, look at that. And I just brought, on Saturday, I just brought Stretcher just for this fucking piece. Wow, man, that's some bullshit. I didn't think it was 25 figures, to be honest. I didn't think it was that many, but I just took his word for it. It's not like he got over on me. He didn't know. But it's not 25. I am gonna call him though. And actually I'm gonna call him now. He said he's got more, so but I'm not gonna call him while he's on the phone, because I don't want nobody to see this video and then he has issues with other people. Why you didn't sell it to me and all this other shit and yada yada yada. Blah 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 blah. But I do want to count the figures. Alright, so we got 1, we got 3, we got 5, we got 7. We got 9. We got 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So it's 17 figures. One's in pieces, but it's 17. It's not 25. 17 figures. But there are lots of weapons here. I think almost everybody here has all their weapons. But I gotta see what I'm missing to complete mine. Especially the main guys. But as you see there, I mean, well, you guys can't see, but there's a lot of weapons there. You see a lot of Rock Viper's guns. You see General Hawk's head thing. You see the Laser Viper's helmet. I mean, there's a lot of shit in here. A lot of parts for a lot of weapons for Salvo. I mean, tons of shit in here. All these guys are from the 90s, so yeah. You know, but yeah, man, that's everything, y'all. So, oh, look at my spider. She's moving. So one's a curly hair and the other one is a Mexican striped knee, I think, or some shit like that. Yeah. I need, you know what I want to do? I need to put something in there to help her hide so she won't be stressed out and shit. Cause you know, whatever. I do want to do that. All right, y'all. I got to go. So, thanks for watching this long ass video. Gotta go. Peace out.